Alright y'all, welcome back to Rome Reviews. I'm Rome, and first and foremost I want to apologize for the little hiatus I went on. I was moving from my old house to my new home, and packing sucks, moving sucks, but we are here and we're happy with the new home. So, jumping in, today I got the Vivo X Fold 5, and to be transparent, I have been rocking this phone for a little bit over a week now, and I have a few thoughts on it, but we'll jump over to that. But anyway, we're going to jump over to my overhead and we're going to open it. And like I said before, I've had this phone for about a week now, so of course it's been out of the box for a little while, but I packaged everything back up just to show you guys what your unboxing experience would be like if you ordered it. So right out of the gate, you have the phone on top, and we're going to go ahead and pick that out and sit it over to the side. And we're going to go in, lift this little shelf out, and you have your phone case here, some manuals, and your SIM tool, your USB cable, USB-A to USB-C, and your charging brick. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I never get tired of this. I love that there are still companies that are still sending out charging bricks instead of just a charging cable and nothing else. And even a protective case. I just really appreciate those things, because when you're spending so much money on these devices, you want something to come with it. You don't want just just a charging cable and a bunch of booklets. So anyway, going in, we're going to take this out. This is the case, and that'll show you what color I decided to go with, which I'm a simple guy, so it's not going to be hard to guess. But anyway, this is your warranty card that they send you with the device to activate your warranty for the device. I don't think that'll get you far if you're importing it from into another country or exporting it from their country of origin. So I don't think that will get you far, but it is nice to have like a little placard, like a physical indication of the warranty for the device. And you have your SIM tool there and your manual, which I think they're just obligated to send at this point, because I don't think anybody looks at it. But anyway, we're going to close that back up, and I'll put everything back together later. We're going to put that right there. We're going to take the case out, and it's pretty obvious. I mean, simple guy. Once I see a new color for a device, I typically go with that color as opposed to like the white or black. But anyway, this is a very nice case that comes with the device. It only covers the backside and the hinge, but it is still really nice. We'll put that over to the side, and let's just move everything out of the way so we can get to the main event here. Let's set that over there. And we're gonna bring this over front and center. Actually, you know what? Maybe we sit on top of the box. Let's do that. Okay, sit that there. So let's go ahead and slide it out of the sleeve. Like I said before, I've already activated and everything, so it's been powered on. And immediately we have that bad boy. Just look at that! Look at that! Just nice. So we're gonna fold it, and like I said, I've been using it for a week now, and that hinge is just you barely feel it. I know it shows up on camera at certain angles when the lights hit it, but once again, it's just part of the foldable experience. You're gonna have a little dip in there, and they're getting better and better with these, but it doesn't change. It doesn't bother me much at all. Fold it, and you'll see immediately. I just mentioned it because it is something new that I noticed with that came with this device particularly. You have the full screen always on display, and that's really, really nice. You do get your notifications on here. I cleared everything out just so I wouldn't have anything crazy popping up while I was recording, but just know it does show notifications. Anyway, going in, we'll see here. Here's the hardware. That beautiful, beautiful green. Vivo, for the Vivo X200 Ultra and for this device, they've been killing it with the colors. That red on the X200 Ultra is just, I love it so much. And let's see. And then you have that green right there, just so nice. So I just had to show this just because I love this color so much. It's just so nice. And I just keep a little case on there, just a little the case that come with it. 'Cause I think Vivo sends nice cases with their phones. I'm sure other OEMs do as well, but yeah, just want to mention that. But yeah, this green is really nice. It has like this emerald look to it. But anyway, without wasting too much time, let's go over the hardware really quickly. Just physical look. Specs I may do in editing, but I'm sure you guys have seen the specs 1,000 times at this point. So anyway, we're just gonna look. The screen gets extremely bright. I don't have it turned up to max brightness because I'm not a videographer, so I don't know how to adjust all my white balance with the studio lights and all that blah 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 blah, all that technical stuff. But anyway, I have the brightness turned. Oh, it is turned all the way up. So I lied. I forgot to turn off auto brightness. Let's turn that off. All right. So I just want to make it to where you can see everything on the phone without looking like blasted out and bright. So anyway, this is OriginOS. Everybody's familiar with it, and we'll get to that in a moment. But anyway, the outer screen is really nice. I loved it. This phone just feels different in hand as opposed to the, where is it at? The Vivo X Fold 3 Pro. And I'm going to do a comparison between the two, even though the specs this year, because this is not a Pro device and this one is, there are only going to be slight differences, but this thing really steps up for it not to be the Pro version. And on top of that, I don't think Vivo is going to release a Pro version this year, so this is going to be the only device you get. And it's nice, don't get me wrong, but I do have a few complaints. Things I just noticed that they took away, and this is just very specific to me, and we'll go ahead and touch on it right now. So right here you have, I don't know what Vivo calls it, but it is a action button, multifunction button, whatever you want to call it. But it just does different things, and I think you can assign it to do different things. But for now, it just, if you hold it, it changes the alerts on the device. So if I hold it, you notice that it changed to ring, and then changed to vibrate, and then it changed to ring. If you wanted to go full silent, you have to do the volume up or down to bring up this menu, and then hit it and take it over to silent. When I first picked up the device, I got immediately disappointed because they took away my alert slider, and I really love the alert slider on phones. So that disappointed me a bit. I will say that over the past week that I've been using it, I have grown a little bit fonder of the button, but I wish that I can go through all three, like from ringer to vibrate to silent. I don't know. I just feel some kind of way about that. And the other thing that I'm unhappy about, I genuinely say that I'm unhappy with it, is they moved the fingerprint reader from the screens on inner and outer to the power button, and now that one kind of broke my heart, because that was one of the things that Vivo had that the other foldables did not, was the fingerprint reader on the outer display and the inner display, and that was one of my favorite things, and they moved it to the power button. I'm not sure if the reason that they did that was just to save space to be able to make the phone thinner. You know, everybody's in the pursuit of thin now, so yeah, I don't know if that's the reason that they did it, but that's one of the few things that broke my heart about this phone. It just made me genuinely sad. But anyway, going over to the inner display, just big, beautiful display. I mean, there's nothing crazy to say about it. Yeah, it does everything. Now, one of the things that I did want to show you guys, since we're on this inner display, I just want to show it really quickly because I love it. I love it so much. So as you can see, I've been just watching videos on different foldables, and right now the big thing is the Galaxy Z Fold 7. I really feel like the Vivo X Fold 5 is just not getting a ton of attention like I feel like it should, because it's really a good foldable. But anyway, if you pull up from that right corner, it opens up this little this menu with your other apps, and you can even add more apps. So let's do, for instance, let me just find something that's not gonna show too much crazy stuff for you guys. Let's see, Reddit, and I go and choose Reddit, and you can just switch between your apps. That's so cool. I feel like that's so cool. What is going on in here? Oh, look at Shane. Wow, how is he always catching pictures of lightning? I'm so jealous. Okay, anyway, this is one of my favorite because everybody's having doing their different thing. Oppo, before I use this, I'm gonna use it a little bit more. I think Oppo's version of this is still much better. But let me use it a little bit longer before I say too much. But I love how you can seamlessly switch between them. It's so cool. I really like that. I'm going to spend some more time multitasking on the device and see just how it fits into my daily life. But so far, I really like this quite a bit. And I'm still stalking the Magic V5 5G, the global version, because this will be my first dive into what is their Magic OS. And I don't know if I want to dive on the deep end and go full Chinese version yet, because I don't know much about it. But anyway, back to this. I love what Vivo is doing with their foldable, and I really feel like it should get more attention. But anyway, since we're covering hardware, let's jump over to the back side. They did center the camera module this time around and the logo for the company, as opposed to the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro. You see that? How the logo is over to the left and the camera module is sitting off to the left a bit because of the branding that they went with on this side. Oh, and while we're here, I want to say that I really appreciate what the texture that Vivo went with this year, as opposed to with this one, because this one scratches up insanely easily. You can see the scratches there, and you can see it if I angle it just right. You can see it around the camera module. Even though I like how it feels in hand, this back scratches easily, insanely easily. But yeah, there is quite a difference between the two. And like I said, I'll do a comparison video and we'll get on that later. But yeah, what I wanted to do was just jump back on here and apologize to you guys for the hiatus. And I am back, and I'm going to spend some time with this device. And we're going to go through our usual things that we normally do with the Vivo, getting it to set up circle to search and just different things like that we normally do. So I will be testing Android Auto, and I actually want to record a video for you guys for Android Auto and show you that it does work on this device. But Android Auto behaves oddly, not just on this device, even on my Pixel 8 Pro that I have here. Back now, it has come a bit of a ways, but Android Auto is just odd to me. But anyway, it does work, but I'll talk about it more in that video. So tune into that if you're interested in Android Auto and how it behaves on this device, and so on and so forth. But anyway, I just want to do a quick video and tell you guys that, hey, I am loving this device. I was taken back a little bit when I first got it, and I noticed the changes immediately when I was setting it up. I was trying to do my fingerprint reader, and I noticed that the animation told me to go to the button over here, and then the volume, not rocker, the volume action button. I just wish, but you can assign it. So I'm going to dive more into it. OriginOS on their foldable, because it does have some differences, but we'll touch on that. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys tuning in to this video, and please come back for more. And I do apologize for that hiatus, but we back, baby, and we're going to be covering all of the different devices. Anything you want to see on the Fold 5, feel free to drop a comment down below, and I'll try to cover as much as I can. Even if I end up doing my thing that I was going to do before, where I was going to start just pulling up comments for people and just making a video on the different questions I get on the device. So if you guys like that idea, come back here, subscribe, all right? I'll catch you later. Appreciate you. Later.